Okay, so here we are on the June contract. Let me make sure I have my indicators on so you guys can see. Yeah. Someone is asking how did I get to know about it? You can check his community page. He did say that he's consoling his wife because her mother lost her battle with cancer, unfortunately. So her thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. High Roads asked, did I catch my sell yesterday? Oh, I did. I did. If I talk about something really specific on the stream and what I'm looking for, it's pretty clean, actually. I actually recorded it. I just gotta, edit it a little bit and post it. Because it happened, an hour after the stream yesterday. So, this was the 5-minute. You reached into this 4-hour fair value gap, and I said, I'm going to demand a 5-minute market structure shift. A break of a 5-minute short-term low. That's just something I've learned. It's a lot better, higher probability than just looking on the 1 minute when it hits a 4-hour or 1 hour, especially later in the day. So this was actually pretty clean here. Alright, broke this 5-minute short-term low, had a fair value gap, and then this became a breaker. And I shorted in this FEG. And it respected the SIBI. Had it start to close above this, I would have gotten out of my position. But because this was pretty clean 1-minute order flow, man, it was a good trade for me. I added in my position, then took some off, then added more here, took some off. But then I was looking for lower prices. Right before 1 p.m., 101 was going to be bond auction. So I did take more partials, and then I got stopped out of my rest in profit here. But yeah, I did record it. But since this was a hour-long trade, I gotta cut it a little bit. And I was able to make a good amount of profit. Yeah, what's nice is that, I just had a alert here, and TradingView texted me when this happened, so I wasn't even around my computer. I just ran back and I opened up NinjaTrader. But yeah, looks but then yeah, and then I saw this and I was all right, I'm out. I'm out, and I don't want to catch the buys because I caught the sells. I don't want to now stay all day at the computer, and there's no SMT here. If this was an SMT with ES, then I would have been more inclined to catch some buys. But anyway, we're back up in this range again. We're sort of in the middle. What do you guys think will happen today? There's no news today until 1:01 p.m. So, a lot of people are also asking, where's ICT? He's not in our chat. He's also not talking so much about Robins. Well, when you have a death in the family or something really a life event happen, it's very hard to trade at the same time. I had a surgery happen and I had to take off from trading for 2.5 months, and then when I came back, I still wasn't good at trading. Also the market, I was talking to my friend yesterday. I was I got one decent win on stream, I believe, on this day, Wednesday. But other than that, hasn't been such a clean market. And he was yeah, just look at the daily, Tanya. And I was like, you're right. Like the daily is just consolidating. The daily is consolidating. I'm just thinking about this, right? On this day, Wednesday, I was thinking you were going to go and close lower the next day for sure, I think. Because we had taken out all-time highs and then we converted this bullish fair value gap. That's the first indication of a market structure shift, you know? And then we sort of came back into the midpoint of that and rejected it on Wednesday. So then this day like threw me off. So then I thought we'd go higher, but then just like grind up to new all-time highs, reject back into the range. And then, you know, by Friday's close, you'd think, okay, and Monday was pretty lethargic. You'd think Tuesday CPI would send it lower, and it didn't. Thankfully I reframed from the sells there in the first 15, 20 minutes. You know, they were short-lived. I was able to just filter it out because of there wasn't significant buy side taken, and there were also S&Ts at these lows. So yeah, even though I was actually wrong on the overall short idea, I was still able to make money shorting this to, you know, an imbalance. Oh, dobro jutro, gospa Tanya. Lepi pozdravi iz Slovenije. Nice. Thank you. Just a question to the chat. Did you guys hear the were you guys able to hear that alert with the donation, or you just saw it on the screen here? Did you also hear it? If not, I'll put up my desktop audio for that. That was cool though. You were able to hear it? Wasn't that cool? That's also to just alert me more when someone makes a donation, because sometimes it gets lost in the chat. That was cool. Oh, so someone said, good morning, Tanya. Greetings from Slovenia. Thank you. Good morning. Okay, so what do you guys think will happen at the open? I don't have a bias today. We're in the middle of the range. We can literally go either way for me. We have to look at DXY as well. So let me start a poll. Bullish or bearish for this morning? It kind of wakes you up too. It woke me up. That alert. Okay, so let's think about this. Let's see DXY. Right, we had finally broken down from this range. And we reached up into the SIBI and the discount. Right, we filled this gap in. We've traced back into the range. So the question here is like, you know, are we going to push back higher up, like maybe into this SIBI, back into this area? Because it is a large move down. Or is it going to be just a quick move lower? Let's see on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, you know, on Wednesday we had a gap down. Okay. and just push down lower. 4 hour, it's respecting this for now, right? I would like to have an alert if it crosses back above this 4 hour fair value gap or above yesterday's high. Is this yesterday's low? Yeah, if it goes below yesterday's low, also I'd like to be alerted. Let's see, hourly. It dug into like these order blocks. Inverted this fair value gap. So it looks bearish, you know, but I wouldn't say DXY has been exactly too helpful recently, so, but I will write it down. Something I'm trying to do more. It's like write some things down. Okay, let's go back to NQ. So open. We are dumping a bit at open. Okay. Little maybe slip and rip, which means like perhaps it just takes out this low and starts going higher. I don't know. We'll see if that's a Judas or not. There is the argument that, right? Continued bearishness after a dump there, and then it retraced into OTE of here in an hourly SIBI. I think the first 15 minutes will probably tell the tale. I'm trying to think of something. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at ES. So here, anyone new to the stream, you could see which indicator, which ticker from the bottom and which time frame. So that means 60-minute NQ June contract. Anyone new to futures, I did post a beginner to futures webinar, intro to futures, recently on the channel. You know, there is a lot of videos I gotta catch up on. First off is like my trade review from yesterday, or just like, you know, trade recap, I think. And then what else I got? A copy trader tutorial. I have a whiteboard over there. Prop firm video people that want to do, like an overview of prop firms. Risk management or order block. I feel like I should make a poll on like what for people to like rank which one to be like, so I know which one to work on first. When you have a lot of things to do, like I end up doing nothing, or just getting overwhelmed, or you end up doing something else. So broke pre-market lows, looks like pretty strongly. There's no news today, but we have PPI tomorrow. It is also rollover, by the way, meaning that this is like the week that the March contract expires. This is also called quad witching week. For those that are unfamiliar, I always suggest when you have a question to Google whatever question you have or topic, and then the keyword, and the keyword is Investopedia. I cannot read Cyrillic, by the way, and also I'm not Russian or Serbian, so I cannot read Cyrillic. Okay, so here, quad witching, quadruple witching, definition and how it impacts stocks, right? 4 times a year, stock options, index futures, which is what we're concerned with, and index futures options derivative contracts expire in the same week, right? Or the same day, actually, this Friday. And here they explain some history. Like now it's actually technically triple witching because the fourth one's not traded since 2020. So it's on the third Friday of March, June, September, and December. Right, so that's this Friday. Equity trading volume tends to rise on these days and is typically heaviest during the last hour. So as traders adjust their portfolios, what does that mean? Well, we're day traders here, but there are definitely swing traders and large institutions that have to roll over from their March contracts into their June contracts because it's expiring. So they have to adjust their positions. And that's not done just like immediately, especially if you have a large position and there's discrepancies between the two prices, right? Here it says it does not usually cause increased market volatility. My experience, it does. Right here. Quarterly index rebalancing. Index futures right there. More about that. Yep. Market impact right here. It's interesting that they're saying twice. It does not necessarily add to market volatility. Necessarily, but I mean, we'll experience it. I definitely do think it does. And here they're talking about how when like these options, when people are in the money for options trades, that does affect price as they're exercising their options, closing and rolling out futures contracts. But yeah, back to NQ. Okay, this makes actually more sense here. Wait, did I? Okay, this makes more sense here. There tends to be a lot of frenzy in the days leading up to quadruple witching, but it's unclear whether the actual witching leads to increased market gains. That's because it's impossible to separate any gains due to expiring futures and options from gains due to other factors such as earnings and economic events. So that's why they can't really tell. Well, we have CPI and PPI, so that's why they can't really tell if that's like due to those reports. Like you can almost, I guess you can argue the fact for PPI and CPI to add the volatility. So where are NWOGs? Okay. Okay. I have a different cup today. Starbucks cup. It looks, not gonna lie, it looks pretty bearish to me. I mean, we have this long-term high, intermediate term high. Here, two lower highs to the left and the right, and then it broke here, rebalanced here, broke again, according to, market structure. Well, this looks pretty bearish. I don't really see where it would get where it would stall, you know? Because all of this is balanced because we closed above this. We rebalanced this fair value gap. And I do talk about this in my trade recap that I'll put out soon. But I was really looking at whether we were going to close below this hourly fair value gap for my positions. That gave the clue that it wanted to hold up. Anyway, this rebalanced it and then we closed back above. So we shouldn't really coming back into this range. So yeah, it looks like, to me at least, like a down day. Five-minute fair value gap. I feel like I don't really need this 4-hour one anymore. Like I was using it for yesterday. So I don't think I need it anymore. Right? This is likely going to close back below it. Difficult to judge on the 4-hour. I mean, in the next 20 minutes we'll know. So by 10, if this closes below this one, I'm definitely bearish for the rest of the day. Yeah. Although, like I said in my notes, though, DXY still looks bearish as well, so perhaps I'll wait for a break of a 15-minute short-term high on DXY. It's gonna not be great if this doesn't close below this. I don't really want, because then we're gonna be I think then we'll be in a holding pattern. If we're just ping-ponging between different PD arrays. Which is what we've been doing for a good amount of time. So yeah, I'll wait. Okay, I feel like I spilled a little bit of coffee. So this is something I'm gonna I don't need this anymore. As well as looking at this hourly. This is really where we ended yesterday? Wow. Okay, I wasn't around because, I got out of my shorts. I mean, advanced market structure. The only thing is, this could be where it ends. We'll see with the 15. This is the one. So basically at open, we just straight dumped. The first 2 minutes account for most of this move. The first 2 minutes, we moved about 40 points on NQ. Out of the 60. Okay. Okay, I was looking for like the measuring tool in TradingView. The shortcut is just clicking Shift and then dragging, clicking and dragging. So far, it looks pretty decent for lower. DXY is starting to. DXY just kind of wicked, right? The wicked here. You know, I put an alert for here. Just see if it can break over a 15-minute short-term high. It would be nice to break over this with a fair value gap that inverts this whole move down. This fair value gap, hourly. I like market structure shifts on the lower time frames that cause inversion fair value gaps on the time frame above it. So I've realized like that's a pretty good way to filter out some trades. Like if there's a 1 minute market structure shift, a bullish one, but it's inside a bearish 5 minute fair value gap, and it did not invert it, that 5 minute fair value gap, then that's like a lower probability. Especially if it's like a higher time frame point of interest. Okay, closing lower. Interestingly enough, DXY is not like moving up with this, just consolidating. ES is a lot stronger. So let's take a look at ES on the 15. First on the hourly. ES like retraced all the way into this deep premium. So at 9:30 broke structure more cleanly here. I would rather, I'm more inclined to think that ES would catch up to NQ to go to lower prices, you know, rather than the other way around. Like NQ is probably going to drag prices lower. It's a 5 minute. I don't think I need this too much on this very large range, so I don't think I need that. It should close below this and this, so we'll have this out. You know, if this is true, then it's only the start of the change in state of delivery, like change in order flow for ES. This closes below this market structure shift, and it would be nice to also close below this. So I will have my alert here. So far, NQ is definitely the weakest of the bunch. If this is like a straight down day, all day, like what's gonna happen is during lunch it will retrace to a SIBI, like probably a 15-minute SIBI, and then continue lower for the rest of the day. If it's going to be like pretty good. I mean, so far it looks pretty good to me. Considering like there's 10 minutes left until 10. You know, this is going to be closing below this 4-hour, most likely. So for NQ, which is interesting, yeah, this one broke structure earlier than ES. This is the one that's like, you know, closing below these fair value gaps and below the mean threshold of this order block. And I don't see any other points, bullish points of interest that would act as roadblocks here. So I'm pretty bearish here. Did we take out yesterday's high? Yeah, we did, like during London. Okay. So London manipulation. I think, you know, New York AM continuation. I'm sure some people were just short from pre-market. I'm not used to doing that, so especially just taking like a 15-minute trade. I'm good with just waiting until 10. You know, I'm sure some people just shorted here. More experienced people. But that's especially what I've just seen. Yeah, this is balanced. Now we're closing below. I'm gonna see how this hourly closes for ES. How's YM acting? Okay. What? The Dow? Okay, so pretty much indices are pretty out of sync here. So, not really my ideal conditions because, like I said, DXY looks bearish on the higher time frames. Indices are pretty out of sync because NQ is the weakest. This is why I'm on the hour. You know, this is why I'm on the hourly versus NQ on the hourly. And then like ES, it's sort of like the middleman. I'm not gonna just short NQ yet or anything because look at ES is, depending on how this closes, 6 minutes left. If this, especially if it closes like above here, it could definitely just be a mixed day. Okay, I think I'm gonna set up a better pre-market routine for myself a little bit better. You could see here actually, right? Oh no, never mind. Never mind. This is fine. I thought there was an SMT here. There's not. Okay. No, there's no SMT there with the NQ and ES. No. Okay. So there's no SMT at the top, though. It would have been better if there was a divergence, like where if like NQ, if this was like higher high in NQ or something. I'm just like looking at the different cursors and then comparing. So who's puking on NQ? What we can do is look at the heat map. And like, I literally don't feel any FOMO, you guys. I don't know. Just, I've seen this all before, so. Was really expecting. Like I said, indices are out of sync. Okay. This doesn't really make me that bearish. It's not, it's like Nvidia's down 2%. And, you know, Nvidia's the strongest in the market. It could take a breather. So, especially looking now at how mixed the market is. This is kind of low probability conditions for me. I can frame, you know, the shorts on NQ. But I can also frame ES longs. Right, the ES. ES here is bouncing for now. 3 more minutes. I mean, if it closes below here, then I'd be more, I'd be like, okay. But if it closes back above, I'm watching this. I'm more bearish than bullish, but okay. And then, well, let me write another thing down. Why this is like low probability for me. Mixed market. Where'd it go? Okay. Mixed heat map. Typically, like, that's what happens when I take a loss or something, then I check out the heat map and everything is just mixed. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so it's about to be 10. Did I highlight here? 11? Okay. It's been 30 minutes. The first 15 minutes, we had this large break of the pre-market lows with creating an imbalance. You know, the way that this 1 minute is forming definitely looks to me, it's still very weak. There's no signs of any types of reversals. You know, in the fact that there's sort of smooth lows, no jagged lows, no displacements to the other side. It's pretty interesting here how pretty smooth move down with like immediate rebalancing. Like the way I follow price a lot is with my cursor. And, you know, the break of the lows here didn't really make like a displacement here and then move back up. It's very fast, probably on the 30 second. 15 second. Anyway, so you have the 15 on the hourly and the 4 hour. Pretty bearish. Yes is starting to be bearish, meaning that like NQ did this already earlier. So maybe ES like gives you better trade retracements or such. Also, you don't really want to be shorting the stronger index, you know. You want to go. I always like to short the weaker one and long the stronger one. Anyway, typically trade NQ. Okay, this is 10 a.m. So ES did close below this pretty decently on the hourly. So I'm thinking lower prices for sure for both of them. Okay, a lot of my alerts going off. Cool. I believe this is where, okay. I was aiming for the shorts. Okay, no, oh, this had an alert yesterday for if it broke down below here again. Then I would be, come back yesterday to the charts. Very fast move lower. I'm getting alerts from my Thinkorswim app, my personal account, for options. Just like one of those mornings where sometimes it's not going to give you your specific like entry, and that's it. It's like fine. Or like, you know, like I said, I wanted to wait until 10. We already dropped how many points? Dropped like 115 points. Low resistance liquidity run, that's a pretty good example. It's 10 o'clock. It's only been 30 minutes. I'm just trying to formulate a type of plan. Completely inverted this. I mean, I don't want to just short it here for sure. Would rather wait for some sort of like, I think that it could retrace back into the SIBI. That's going to take a while, right? So I can imagine people now trying to look for buys back up to it. You see the 1 minute, the 5. I'm not going to do that because of just the way the structure is. There's so many, it's very bearish. Can just keep it can just keep doing this. I mean, what you can do is, I'm just thinking about like how would I want to get involved if that were to happen? It would need to be like inverting a 5-minute fair value gap or so, something like that. That took liquidity before the move down. So I guess it's that one. It's this one. It would have to be like a 1-minute breakup structure that comes back above and inverts that for me to just even consider it. Considering like I missed out on the shorts, just kind of like yesterday morning. Too late for the shorts. And if you are thinking like, so like the way I would get involved is for longs. As if there was a market structure shift that inverted. Such a small one, but still. That's just the way I classify some things, and maybe I'll just scalp it up. Considering ES is stronger. Yeah, this move down, not that clean on the 1 minute for ES for sure. I don't know if I even want to participate in the longs, or do I just want to like wait again for my shorts, like yesterday? Lots of decisions. I mean, there's nothing yet for me anyway for the long side. Also, we just had this break here. We just had that break. Yeah, NQ, there's nothing for the longs. For sure, yeah, it's very weak. But I will have like alerts. So either what's going to happen is it's going to just keep dying lower on this like low resistance move lower. Or the reason why I'm not just going to short right now, like I said, like there's a few different factors making it just lower probability. So I don't want to be like missing the initial short and then like getting stopped out on trying it later. Just thinking of ES. Right now it's 10 o'clock. Still have plenty of time to see how price is going to keep reacting until 11. This is a 15-minute unicorn on ES actually. So I'll actually have that marked out and see how it reacts there. Low, then a high, low, a high, low, higher, high, and then lower, low here. You see on the 15 for NQ. Yo, what was the poll, by the way? The poll was, you guys always change it, please. You guys change it when, after the open. Now that it moved, people start to roll in, click bearish after it moved. One hour break, bullish breaker underneath. For ES already, I mean, it's here. Not for ES, I don't know. Are you talking about NQ? Mm-mm. Okay, poll was 53% bullish before. Thanks. I'm trying to think right now. I'm still bearish. It's gonna be one of those days, huh? What's DXY looking like? Okay, NQ is maybe making a market structure shift on the 1 minute right now. This is DXY. Couldn't break above. Could not break above this on the 15. So it's still looking bearish. So let's take a look at NQ here. It created a market structure shift that is creating an inversion on the 5 with a bullish fair value gap here. Right? It's a small 5-minute candle. It's gonna be crazy if it just left that leaves without me as well. I think I will. I'll try the longs. NQ. If it doesn't work, then whatever. Did it dip in it without me? It did for like a second. What time is it? Alright, let's try it. NQ. This, I'm just gonna put my stop right there. Did take some liquidity from yesterday at our structure shift, and that's it. That's all I can do. My stop is about pretty wide stop, honestly, but it calls for it. So that's the type of market we're in, volatility. So I only have one contract. It's gonna be funny if I just get immediately stopped out, which is fine because that's the kind of trades I do. 10-15. You know, we did not invert this. Fuck, we did not invert this, you guys. I'm closing this out. I'm closing this out and I'm just gonna wait until it No. We did not invert this on the 5. Until it does this again, then I'll try to get involved, but I'm not doing this. I lost out 11 points there. That's not worth it for me because of that wick there. No, it's likely gonna go lower. Yeah. That's fine. Lost $220 on that, but like it could be a lot more. Here. I'd rather wait for it to break this again, so. And then I'll get it on like the second distribution. That's gonna be a lot more, how would I say? Higher probability. So I'm gonna put my alert there. Yeah, you see that's not good. So I close this out. Small loss. We'll see if this ends up hitting here. That's how I'm trying to filter some things more, is that if it does a 1 minute market structure shift, it has to, and there's a 5 minute SIBI above, it has to invert that. So didn't do that yet. We'll see if that would have gone taken. If it doesn't, then that's okay too. Like, but let's see if this would get taken. Also, maybe I'll wait until 10:50-ish. I don't know, we'll see. By then, it should be like close to delivering if this is a good market. Anyway, the only way for me to get long is if it breaks this. Otherwise, I'll just miss out and I'll just wait for in the afternoon for a shorting opportunity. I got all day, bro. Got all day. What I'm seeing here is like very, it's like really bearish still, right? Never broke this high. Inverted this immediately, wicking back up into here. Let's see if this wicks here. This wicks here, it's like it's pretty bearish and then likely gonna go lower again. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for if it shifts here or not, but like I'm gonna be watching this. And the fact is like, okay, if I did not get stopped out here, that's just like, how would I say? I'm fine with that, like the fact that it's coming back up and everything. It's still lower probability I could have gotten stopped. And I can always re-enter. See how this 5 minute gonna close. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, still pretty weak. Quite weak. Definitely nothing yet for me. Even though DXY is bearish right now. It is moving lower. We'll see. Is it gonna break over this? And if that If that does, then it's going to be pretty good, because then you'll have this swing high also. It's like to use as like a bullish breaker. Yo, YM is just running. Right? We talked about that. Out of sync. What's ES doing? Maybe like there's a decent buy there. It's not clean either. Okay, let's see if ES breaks this high. It came back up into here so far. Honestly, I just see a lot of ping-ponging between PD arrays. And I have my alert for NQ. For now, I'm not doing anything. Let me just put in markers, because that's like... There we go. It still doesn't look good. Once it breaks that high, then it'll look better for me. See, is it gonna invert this? DXY is pretty weak here. Couldn't break above this 15-minute. Now it's reaching lower, so let's see if it does so. Let's see if it can like break below previous 15-minute candles. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna be like, yo, it's legit just consolidating in such a small range. Yeah, NQ is weak here. Look. Could not invert this. So I'm actually gonna be pretty happy if it takes out this low, because I would have saved myself like money. Not happy, I'll just be like satisfied. Okay, well, let's see if it can break above this. Still nothing. CES. Honestly, ES is like a lot less like volume. I don't know. More thinly traded, I guess. Okay, let's see this. It needs to literally break above like a fair value gap. Otherwise, nothing. Literally, also the civvy. All in all, just like pretty happy I'm not in this consolidation right now, no matter what the outcome is. Like clicking a pen. Unwillingness, really, so far. The longer it stays here, like, the more likely it's just gonna drop lower again. See this? Do we have like an SMT by any chance at the low there? Not really. I'm gonna guess with YM probably. Yeah, YM, yes. Same thing with ES, that's 5-minute SIBI is not inverted yet. The fact is for like ES and like it came back into this unicorn or whatever, but like it should have already broken lower again. It shouldn't be reaching up again. Right here, right now, it is probably going to invert this, which is the leg that took fair value gap of the leg that took liquidity. So I will be monitoring it if it does break above this. Oh, that's tough. I'm trying. You know, the easy trade was being short from 9:15. I think that was a mistake. Yeah, that alert's a mistake. So still this, not really this is obviously not really I want it to be a market structure shift with a fair value gap, and so this didn't happen in this candle, you know. So. Unless you're counting this as it, like, and it's very risky. So from where I exited, it's like the same price from where I exited. Would be nice to break back above this area, honestly. But it's not. The longer it stays here, like, the more likely. Lower. It's 1027. So I will mark out, yeah, 1050 is marked out there, so. Something I realized, you guys, I mean, that's a small improvement. I still took a paper cut there, but the small improvement is whenever I take like a trade that's like 10:15ish or something, like it's after the 9:50 to 10:10, and it's before the 10:50 to 11:10, I honestly like end up like sitting in the trade for like 20 minutes anyway. So might as well just wait for the better entry type of entries. So let me see, maybe marking out if any SMTs happen. What's hilarious is like, yeah, DXY unable on the 15 is unable to close below. We'll see if it even closes below this one. In the next minute. Whatever. I'm not gonna. I feel like right now I'm very like alert in that way. Maybe it's good, but I don't want to be impulsive at the same time. Like, so I'm gonna take my hand off the cursor for a moment. So this is NQ 1 minute. Still nothing in regards to looking for something bullish. So it could happen like in 10 minutes, or it can just like leak lower and then. And then whatever, then I'll just look for something later. DXY hasn't really broken out of this range. See if NQ has some power here. We have like the slightest little SMT here with ES, so that's decent. But I really need like, displacement to the upside. There's nothing. Nada. Sorry. I feel like my leg is like cramping. Ouch. Well, I guess that might be just the nature of rollover. We'll see. Scooby Dooby Dooba, Scooby Dooby Dooba. Really, there's no displacements yet. So. Yes. Well, yes is hitting above it, but not really. No displacements. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of this because, you had this small, for the bullish stance, like you had this small thing, and now there's no displacement up here, so that's like another SMT. So you have like a few different things going on, where DXY is just consolidating, indices out of sync in that way, YM's all the way up here. I mean, I'll see, still watching for it, but I feel like I should like take micros instead for the partialing purposes. Alright, let's see if this is any good. Alright, finally. So we're finally getting something here. Long, damn it, somebody said. Relax. Gotta follow my rules. I'm making like a trade quality score sheet where I can rank everything from entry to exit. I'm telling you right now, if this doesn't make a fair value gap, I'm not gonna take it. Like if this doesn't close above here, if this candle reaches all the way down here, I'm just like, if there's no fair value gaps on the one, I'm not gonna do it. And ES, there's not. Okay, there is one here now. Okay. I will take the long there. What's the low there? Yeah. Am I gonna get filled? Yeah. So I will try it, and my stop will be, I think here is decent. Yeah. The swing low is here. Alright, let's try it. 6 micros. Tanya, no. The Sibby and everything. If I get stopped out, then, like, legit, I'm done for the day. But, I mean, I think this is a decent stop here because it's like, this is the inverted fair value gap, and I'm just taking the low here. Bro, that's crazy. But I went long in the fair value gap, so that's at least something. It's at least something, and I'm not getting stopped out yet, but I'm risking, I think, 2 to 1 right now, so it's fine. Let's see what ends up happening. I am long. It's pretty ugly, actually, not gonna lie. But, yeah, it's worth it for me. It's not really the best that it came all the way back down here, especially if I thought that this was gonna be like a breaker and fair value gap. So, I don't know why I had this as an alert. I'm sorry. Take it off. Okay. Yeah, we'll end up seeing. If it's trash, then, you know, I only want to be part of like a fast move. If it's trash and it comes down here, I'm like done. It's gonna be painless. And Tanya's out. I'm out. It's out. It's done. We tried to long in bearish structure, but yeah, whatever. It's over. It's over. Damn. Oh well. Oh well, that's all I can say. That's fine by me though. Interestingly enough, my... Okay, whatever. Down 544. So, on one account. Jesus. Is it really gonna do this to me, bro? That's gonna be so funny, but I can't be impulsive with this. I can't be impulsive and getting back in right away. That's my huge issue. So I put my stop here. I think that was a decent stop. Like, I'm not putting it all the way down here. Like, this is messy. So I refuse to participate anymore, honestly. This is very messy. It's probably just gonna consolidate and then drop lower again. Let's see 1050. Yeah, I'm not like gonna get back into longs. Just too messy. This went back below this also. Let me see ES. ES isn't any better. This is not any better. I was talking to my friend, who was like, reach down really deeply. I guess like in these like consolidations, yeah, you can expect that to happen. So I keep my risk was smaller today. Trade quality score, I would say it was fine, right? Was there liquidity sweep? Yeah. It was like yesterday's lunchtime lows. Was there an SMT? There was. Was there market structure shift? Yep. Did I enter in a fair value gap? Yeah. Making a trade quality score sheet for like scoring the performance regardless of the outcome. So still, I feel like I still did fine there, but it's just a tough market, so then I sized lower, so that's fine. Like, it's not moving anywhere. So let me see what else was there. Nah, pretty decent. Now I'm legit just gonna wait to see what this reaction is here. Just gonna wait for us to retrace here on NQ. Honestly, like this, if it grinds up higher to here, like slowly, and to me it's just more indicative of like the fatigue, the sluggishness, right? Lethargic, like it's lethargic, and it would be more likely then for continued move lower. Yeah, oh well. I was talking to my friend yesterday. I was like, I want to get a really good trade on stream, and he was just like, yo, look at the daily. It's not easy. So, and also the more you like force that, the less likely it's gonna happen. See if it wants to do it now. I don't know. Still ugly. I stopped there. Came back into like all the way CE here. I don't know. The way that it's just moving, it's just ugly to me. Yeah, I guess it is tricky when it's not like a jagged low to put your stop there. It's tough. Like, this is tough. Sure there's people like yelling, get back in. I'll have to think about it for a minute. Then I'll decide, okay? What Tanya think? You see DXY. DXY is finally breaking lower here, actually. Was it on the DXY the whole time? Damn. Maybe it was. But you guys saw on Ninja. I got stopped. So now it's starting to rip. I mean, that's just classic. It's okay. Now it's back into this area. Kind of sucks. That was here. Like, I'm overall not like, I don't know. I don't really want to take. DXY. Yeah, maybe I do. I might have to. Might have to try it again. If it even gives it to me. It's the type of market where it's not. 1045 is here. 1050 is here. So I might have to try it again. need to frame my wrist correctly. Okay. What time is it right now? 10:48. I'll try it again. This is where Patrick goes like, if this doesn't work, I'm quitting. Hands off the mouse now, like legit. It stops me out. Whatever. Like, I'll just be like, okay. That's life. But to me, if it would be like 3 PDRE is failing if it comes back all the way down here. So I wonder if people are shorting in this 15-minute. It's tricky, definitely is tricky, but my reasoning is like DXY is going lower. That's my reasoning behind the long. And yeah. There's no bearish reason yet anyway. Unless it just starts inverting everything, and I'm not gonna flip then. Then I'll just take the L legit and be like, okay. That sucks and that's it. Looks decent. Yeah, that looks decent. Just looking at other time frames. See 1050. It starts to deliver or not. So far I'm in a little bit of heat. I'm like down like 5 points or so. I'm pretty proud of myself though. I didn't get back in right away here or here. Like I waited again. Like pretty, that is again like pretty good. So let's see. ES is not making a good case for itself though. ES certainly not. It's looking so ugly, you guys. ES just took that low here. Pretty much last line in the sand right now. I'm honestly thinking of cutting this right now because I really don't like it here either. I really don't like it. But I'm just sitting with how uncomfortable I am. I'm sitting with it. I guess DXY just wants to consolidate more and more. I don't know, it's pushing back up now on the 3, but I was thinking it would reject here. Well, I'm still holding on to this. If it stops me out, then so be it. I literally just... DXY looks bearish, indices are out of sync, mixed heat map, so that's why I'm sizing a lot smaller. It's 1050 right now, so let's see what ends up happening. I'm just sitting with the discomfort of being in a drawdown. But I don't want to cut it because that's like, if you cut it, Like, I made the decision to enter, you know? You cut it, it's an overconfidence issue, thinking that I can, like, control the outcome, that I can mitigate my risk, even though it didn't get to my stop. So, and I do understand it is lower probability. The grind up is tough. Ugh, the hourly is bearish. But it's also ping-ponging between. I know, you can make a case for both sides, so that's why. A smaller amount of a position. I can definitely do better on the entries though. Okay, so far I'm sitting in heat for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's not fun. 5 minutes sitting in drawdown. And typically my trades end up, if they're good, like they're gonna start ripping already higher. So I'm like literally fighting the urge to close this out early. Okay, it stopped. I was wrong. I don't know why. God damn it. Oh well. Tanya can't catch a break. Tanya really can't catch a break on her stream. I'm sorry. The inversion to lows. Yeah, it's gonna just do whatever it wants to do. Whatever, DXY. Whatever you want to do. YM going back up, DXY here. Yep. Oh well. At least I mitigated the risk, but like, you know, I tried like 2 times. I was wrong. Where's my screen right now? Right here, set down 750 for the day. I'm not pushing any more buttons. I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch what happens from 10:50 to 11:10. Perhaps I was wrong on. You know, maybe it goes lower, but I want to watch to see like when is it gonna just chop or will it actually deliver lower? You know, then I was wrong on the wrong side of the trade. You know, it did reach into the 15-minute. That was my issue. To reach into this. So that was the manipulation. Oh, hands off. Hands off. Let's see if this ends up going lower. It was still decent, like this even closed above this one. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I'm gonna keep watching ES too. So far it's just hanging around. Richard's pretty deeply into this, considering all things considering. What's the hourly like here? In 5 minutes, ES is just gonna finish. Indecisive. And the hourly for NQ from 10 to 11. Yeah, also pretty indecisive. This started out here, went lower. Yeah, I tried it for a reversal. That's fine. I'm happy though that like my stop was correct. Like all this data. Yeah. Okay. See in 4 minutes. Then this should really close below this if like I'm just watching. Just watching. Let me see my phone. What are people telling me? Let's see, my assistant sometimes sends some videos, explains why the third week, yeah. Well, right now, it's not, like, this week, the third week of the month is not really the best this month because of the rollover. Tanya, please answer, indices the same as futures as per price action? Yeah, this is, yeah, exact same. Oh, that was my issue. It was like, we're playing between PDRAs. And I longed the weakest one. Oh well. And it was. And I was bearish. I don't know. I thought, that's just life. That's just life. I was on the wrong side. Even on the move down, there was no entry, for me at least. Move down when this got invalidated, right? Like, I think my stop was right here. So essentially, yeah, I don't know. Not that great. We'll even see if we get, like, I've seen this happen and it doesn't even get to new low of day. I'm just monitoring this. Like, I lost enough, like, it's fine. I'm not gonna take another trade. Considering the conditions. Hmm. 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 Yeah. I don't know. What's crazy is that, like, this is what I'm looking at. DXY is following bearish order flow still. It's still got, still not good action regarding indices. Like, it's not taking the new low of day either. YM's just... I got chopped, but I managed it. I'm taking it only on one account. It's YM, I don't know. It just wants to ping pong between different PD arrays, I guess. Wake me up when ES takes the low again. Or DXY. What would it even be for a bullish DXY? I don't even know. It looks bearish. You guys, we should change. I'm gonna trade. Let's go look at the euro. I want to see the euro. Okay, billion alerts. What's the euro up to? Way cleaner than indices. For that, 10 a.m. did take the liquidity. And it's actually following DXY way better because, I mean, currencies do that. That would, like, I think I longed here on NQ. That would have worked out for euro. But that's a lot more correlated. Take a look at CL. Yeah, it's not taking the new low of day either, so. By the way, I mean like NQ. So that's fine. It's fine by me to get a little bit chopped and then just call it. Yeah, no news. I mean, there's news at 1:01 p.m. What I'd like to see happen, honestly, it doesn't, I don't even know because of DXY. This daily. What are we doing on the daily right now? We haven't like made like a structure break on the daily in a long time, you know, or a bearish breaker, so can't be that too bearish yet. I mean, I have my alerts for when we break this. When we break this, then, and if we close below it, then then perhaps the quarterly shift will have started, and then I'll look to even like swing shorts, but before that, no, you know. Yeah, so overall, we're back now in the middle of this range. Oh well. It's tough. Tough luck. That's my thing. Is like, look, this was like this was 10:50. I was already I was in my long. Right, and DXY was reaching up into this, and now it's pulling back lower. But, sloppy structure on the indices. What can I say? Decided to break the low. It went to break the low for like some lows first. And now it's reaching back up. I mean, what can you do? Mixed market, like I said, mixed market. And that mixed heat map, I tend to take a loss. Ugh, I want to like have. Just gotta be patient. It's like I said, like I was like, oh, I want to have like a killer trade on stream. Well, you can't will the market. The like better price action will come. It's just about staying solvent. Literally, like, what ended up happening here? Oh, good thing yeah, look, this initial low got taken here. I don't know. I want to like be able to just filter things out a little bit better too. Like I'm like decent-ish at it, but like I want to add like a better checklist. At the very least, I size down, but still, see for the 5 minute. I mean, yeah, actually, for ES, I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, I don't really have many regrets. So. ES is just hanging around. This hourly, really small body, lots of wicks. That just shows like it was a difficult hour. Even if I tried like ES on the longs, it still would have stopped out. Yeah. What is the narrative, you guys? Let's see. I'm watching the chat right now. Check the 4-minute chart. The nails are done, Tanya. They're kind of chipped. I'm waiting for new nail polish in the mail, actually. That's funny. I don't know. Would be good to see the reaction to this high now. Maybe later during lunchtime. Maybe lunch takes out this high again. We'll have to assess it again. I don't know. I think demanding like a 5-minute would be better. Demanding it on the 5-minute. It's just served me a lot better. Don't feel bad, Tanya. It's a difficult day. Yeah, I don't really feel bad, honestly. So, I don't feel bad. I'm just trying to think about the next move right now. Guess we'll have to watch and see. I'm trying to just think about what. It's hard because the daily. If we're bouncing between PDRAs, what is the narrative? Like, what is the narrative? Are we going? Maybe it's just best to wait until we get out of this range on the daily, like until we break lower. But I mean, we keep grinding up to all-time highs. Yeah, and Q did go to the 15-minute fair value gap. It does make sense. But I think it did it. Yeah. But I've seen the other side of it. I think the issue was like just this on the 15-minute is still bearish, but I thought this was like perhaps completed for now and could go for at least back up to here. It's tough. Let me see this. You know what's gonna be funny? If you end up watching Twitter, like, people only post like their wins and then like watch like this one work out, and then people will like post that, and it's like, what about this one that happened during like the actual silver bullet 1010? Like, I hope you should post your losses too, type of thing. But what ended up happening here? I don't know. YM, very strong. I'm just trying to think about, like, typically I have like an idea for the afternoon or something based on the day's range. I don't even think I'm going to trade the afternoon. I don't know. I guess it depends on like the reaction to this high. We finally turned bearish. It's not like we took the low day again. So, chop. Just don't blow up accounts. My initial entry was like this, right? This is now the 1 hour. I don't remember what happened. Oh yeah, I filtered this one out because it wasn't, it didn't make an inversion on the 5, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I think this is going to continue to chop. Buyers taking over, someone said. It's 11:10 right now. I mean, I'll watch this for you then if you think buyers are taking over. Lunch hour, typically does take out stops from the AM session. Okay, the chat is saying right now it's gonna go bull. I mean, we'll watch it. I'm not gonna take anything. But I just want to document that. I think it's just gonna chop. Like, it's probably gonna go like, and then this, and then that, and then this. Like, I do think it's probably gonna, if I'm like still short bias, I mean, it really depends on DXY. I would like it to take out this high again, but we'll see. Not the DXY. DXY is, we're not gonna like break lower as long as like DXY is still bearish, for now at least. See this heat map. Yeah. Right here. Mixed. You have the strongest one, the market's down, so that makes it complicated. Amazon's up, Google's up, Meta's down. It's a mixed market. Tesla's down like 3%. Yeah, Tesla is very weak. This day broke Tesla essentially. I actually had swing longs in Tesla. I had lost I think $600. But whatever, it would be even more if I keep held on. Apple. I haven't updated these charts in a while. Yeah, it used to bounce on the weekly fair value gap and then it broke below. Apple's down today. Yeah. Guess market's waiting until PPI tomorrow. Today PA is trash, someone said. Tanya, did you buy any snack from the Asian supermarket? Yeah, I bought Pocky and I bought these mango ice bars. I still have snacks from the last time I went also. I have these Dragon Ball Z themed soda. So right now I'm just focused on not taking a trade. I just want to watch to experience this high resistance liquidity run again. But I'm focused on just not taking a trade. Seeing, okay, we took this high, then we took the low. Maybe you'll take this high again and then but yeah, I have Dragon Ball Z themed soda. What else did I get? I got rice crackers. Or rice, what is it called? Yeah, rice crackers. Yeah. And I typically like the sweet ones. I didn't know. I didn't know that they made salty ones, and I bought salty ones by accident because I can't read Chinese. The Dragon Ball Z maker died. So sad. Oh no, I'm sorry. Does My Fund of Futures offer a static account with a higher drawdown than Apex 635 drawdown? They used to. I think it was it was 1500. But I think they just did it for a round, and I think they're bringing it back soon. So I don't think it's back yet, but I think it's going to be back soon. Okay, can you please check GJ? You're long, but it's moving down. What is that GUJPY? What is it, GJ? I don't trade currency, so I don't even know what the ticker is. Is that the pound to the yen? GBP. Okay, thanks. Okay, GU is when it's against the euro? Okay. Well, DXY is moving down, right? So should be. This is according to the yen. Holding above weekly. Looks pretty decent to go for yeah, to go for there. Not such a fan when it's like rounded like this, like today too on NQ. It's a lot easier when things are jagged. It looks a lot like today's price action on indices where, you know, there was a small fair value gap there, but where is the open? I guess like London open. Well, it looks decent, but I don't know where you're long from. It's possible it could take this out to fill the imbalance and go back higher. London didn't really do any manipulation here. Is anyone having issues with TradingView? Oh shoot, I was looking here. Damn. Like I said, I don't really like. It looks messy because this is obviously a lot cleaner action on this side. And now we broke down here, but on the weekly. The weekly is a doji right now. What are we looking like on the weekly for NASDAQ? I feel like it's probably similar. Yeah, very small candle. Yes. I don't know where you're long from. I would think that this is the draw up here. These highs into this imbalance. But it can sweep this too first. And today didn't take anything out. It looks like what is the weekly profile here? Monday was the low of the week. I gave this like tip on Tuesday. Tuesday low of the week maybe. Let's see, this is NASDAQ on the weekly. It's pretty tough action. We're pretty much at the weekly open. We're above it by 40 points. Just range trading for now. Need DXY to get it together. Like, what? The indices are just not following. I had the right idea, but just so I'm not like annoyed too much. So unfortunately, everybody's saying like it's gonna go up now. It's fortunately it's still chopping for NQ. It's still just chopping, and it's in an even smaller range now. It's good to experience these things, so then take some notes. Like for my first trade, it took like a paper cut on that, so I'm not really counting that. But yeah, 2Ls. Smaller sizing. But yeah. It's just chopping between, what's the range here now? Yeah, okay. 80-point range. Yeah, so my trade's typically like 50 points or so or more. the only way to do that is like turtle soup it. That buy area looks good around the low of the day. It's pretty ugly on the 5. I like to see continuation on the 15-minute bars, so what happened here, let's see, it closed above, then this one closed back. It could even, that's interesting. Where did this close? Closed a little bit below the previous one, but then back in the range, and then range. Sorry for the side. OG me says, sorry for the sideways action, guys. Every time I'm sitting down to scalp, it does this. Probably my fault. Nah, we talked about it. I mean, we talked about it. There are a few different things. DXY not moving with indices. I mean, I thought it was going to be long. But overall, on the hourly, it turned bearish. So having hourly structure with indices being bearish and DXY is bullish, it's tough. What was the other thing? Indices, yeah, YM is super strong. No news in the morning. Few different things. Tanya, can I tell you how to position sizing in NAS 100 with CFDs? No, I don't trade CFDs. Tanya, how do you add? Jason Leon asks, how do you add the patient B content with enough thing on TradingView? You go to indicators and it's called watermark. You know what's funny? I think someone like tried to tell me that I was copying someone else with that, and I was like, I've had that for probably like 2 years now, you know, long time. And also, a bunch of people use this. It's an indicator. So are you gonna, if you're using the VWAP and someone else's, like, you're gonna say that they're copying? Yeah, ranged. See. Yeah, I mean, I did long the weakest sister, but also the ES I would have gotten stopped down ES too. So chat was saying up here, it's gonna go up higher. Unfortunately, it's not. Someone say, wait, DXY. DXY. So let me see. Something about the SIBI. DXY is rejecting daily SIBI inside the daily. Yeah. Inside the daily breaker. Yeah. It is. You see. I don't know if I would call this like a breaker. I would call more, this is the breaker up here. This maybe mitigation. But yeah. DXY is definitely bearish on the higher time frames, but indices are not bullish. They're also bearish, so it makes it difficult. Yeah. The only like it would have been to short, but like the I don't know, I wasn't really, because we took some liquidity here and it was sloppily following bullish order flow for the moment. This is the only like short I would see, is like once it broke below this. And you know, this is where I'm a little bit, when it does something like this, Sometimes I think about just cutting it earlier when it inverts. But there was this time where at the close of the candle, it came back in and I still cut it. I think I'd rather just take the stop was here. Like 6 points. It's okay. So, took out this low now. ES did not. It's not really, I mean, it's 11:30, but what I would like to see, what I was watching here was basically to see, okay, as I continue to chop, yeah, it is. So, the decision to just stop, saves a lot of money. And there's no rush. This took out this and ES didn't. So it's pretty much seek and destroy. I wonder if it goes back here now. That's what I'm thinking about is typically I'll have some sort of narrative for the afternoon based on this. Like, oh, switching bias now or something. Well, no, I don't have any sort of narrative right now because DXY is bearish. But NASDAQ like broke structure, looks, bearish on the higher time frame now. But also it's just ranging on a daily. And ES, it never even closed below this. So I don't have any idea right now. I'll have to see. I have an alert here. I'll have to see how ES reacts here if it even gets there. I'll see if this ever gets inverted. Like, all I can think about right now is episode 12, where it's like, okay, yeah, it is bearish now. So I'm literally just gonna have like alerts here. I don't know. If it doesn't break either side of the range, then I'm not interested. And again, like the reaction there is important too. This is the issue, is like I can frame it both ways for ES right now, where it's maintaining this hourly fair value gap. Can go higher if it breaks on like the 5-minute structure. Or you could argue, or traced into premium of this move lower, and now it's breaking down the 15. I could frame it both ways, so that's why I'm like, I don't even know what to do for the afternoon. Probably nothing. Yeah, probably just wait for easier action. Today's not easy. Someone said they were so confident they went long. Someone said any rally suspect for a short, this PA has been the worst so far. I miss February already. Yeah, I feel like even though Monday seemed choppy on the 15, there was like a couple plays on the 1 minute, right? Yeah, today's kind of tough. Like, when I'm thinking about like the short, like typically if it's going to be bearish, it's like an elevator down, it's a lot faster, which is why I was like talking about this. Oh, it's reaching back again into this area. It's not really great. And look, it didn't break the low. the fact is, like, we're not making any new large displacements on the 15. We had one in the first 15 minutes of the day, and then we've just been chopping. Oh, let's see. Episode. Andre says, "Of course we get this price action when I'm trying to get funded, Jesus." Oh. Yeah. Somebody here says, O1FX says DXY can also be framed long. I have a friend who thinks it's bullish too. I mean, that's why I thought also it's possible because with the gap to the left supporting, supporting bullishness and the whole bearishness being a pullback into 50% of the trading range. Yeah, my one of my friends, like they're saying like it's pulling back to 50%. Let me see. Let me try. I should do the shortcuts more often though. Yeah, I'm trying to do some analysis and it's just, I can just flip a coin at this point. Let's pass and fail some evals, you guys. And I'll let the chat decide, long or short, and then I'll let the chat decide. I'll let the chat decide whether to take profit or not. I think that. Yeah, 50% is here. Pulled back. Yeah, you're right. But the lower time frames haven't really acclimated to that yet. Like this is the daily or the weekly, where it hasn't really shifted on a hourly basis or so. Has actually here, but then it gets rejected. Just like we were saying, it's like ping-ponging buy to this. This was CPI also, so it's not like that gave you an entry. Really tough. I'm just trying to formulate some kind of plan, or where will there be a deciding factor in this, or like what area to look at. I don't know. To me on NQ it looks like further downside in the afternoon, but also I'll see what ends up happening at 101. I don't even know if I'll trade it though. Tomorrow's PPI, so they could not even do anything. It could just be ranging more. Like I said, okay, London manipulation, New York continuation, but the thing is, like, was this it, or is there further? Maybe today is the deciding factor. Probably not, though, because there's no news. Yeah, daily sucks. How long did it take me to pass my first challenge? Probably like 2 weeks or something. But like I was trading before I switched to futures. 252, someone's asking to target for short. No, if you're already in your shorts, honestly, like, no, that's fine. I don't think that's too low. You can come back to see. It looks like it probably is going to come back to the midpoint of this. I think it's just going to be a lot easier if DXY, once DXY decides what it wants to do. Okay, new low of day here on NQ. Quite a long time. So, the people in the chat that thought it would go higher didn't work out for them. Sorry. Right now, ES didn't take this low, NQ did. I wonder what kind of reaction will happen. I'm gonna have some water. YM is just going higher. Tanya, if your bias is bullish and price is going up following discounted rates and leaving sell side liquidity below, equal low trend line, would you still be interested in the trade up? The equal lows are not that great. Why didn't I enter around the 338 FEG? Right, this 338 FEG? Well, we're dripping lower faster now. I don't know, I feel like I might end up streaming longer today. Someone's asking ES and my terms of view. I mean, I said with ES I could frame it both sides a bit. Look, it's still not even that weak. This is the NQ 15 minute, and then this is the ES 15 minute. Like respecting this 4 hour, hourly. This isn't a premium. I'd rather wait for ES to close below this. It's not even taking this out. I'm still, according to intermediate advanced structure theory, this is bearish because it broke this. But it's not that pretty. Welcome, Nick, to the Bagel Club. Let me see. Nice, we got that too. I need to think, honestly. It's hard to think nowadays. Let me see. So now We closed below this, right? Closed below it, reached into this range, closing below. Should not even get back up here today. So let's see what this candle does. That'll be pretty important if it leaves a fair value gap or not. So ES is starting to sort of catch up. Not really, though. It's not moving in the same speed. Today's Wednesday. I'm trying to think about the weekly profiles, too. Monday was down here. Yeah, we could have had, it's possible, Wednesday high of week. And if that's right, then like there'll be plenty of opportunities tomorrow and even later today. But let's see how this 15-minute candle closes. What is DXY doing? Oh, okay, I wanted to show this. This is what I was showing on NQ. Closed below the low of the day. You know, shouldn't come back all the way up here for sure if it's going to continue bearishness. So like, even if it like, so anyway, closed below here. If it's going to continue lower cleanly, it should just reach into here and reject. And DXY is, I don't know. Yeah, it's making higher lows. I have an alert here for DXY because these are like 15-minute highs in an hourly fair value gap. So if it shifts structure higher, it's going to be higher probability there or lower. Other than that, I mean, nothing yet from me. Continue to monitor this NQ. Like, it took a really long time for it to go back down here. Can I measure time with this? Like, this time? Oh, yeah. Nice. It took like an hour to move like 60 handles. 60, and typically NQ can move that in like 5 minutes. 15 minutes. SPY to 525 by tomorrow? Where's SPY right now? 516. Yeah. Well, you look at the weekly. I'm sure an ES. Probably similar. Weekly is still green on ES. We're far above the weekly open for ES. For NQ, I think we're red on the week right now. Oh, we're right at the weekly open. We're in an inside week. Meaning we're inside of last week's range still. Like, we didn't take out the high or the low. Things are a lot easier if you take out a weekly low, then the bias is quite clear. So if this is like Yeah, it's not good. There's no fair value gap anymore created here. So that's not even high probability anymore. The reaction. And now it's like starting to, we'll see what the reaction is on this 5. But if it closes above, it's likely it's going to just come back to the middle of the range up here again. And ES has not moved at all. Okay. So overall, not really great PA, right? ES hasn't moved at all. It's range bound. NQ much weaker and YM very strong. So that's the definition. Low probability. And yeah, I mean, probably gonna stay out because of that. Still low probability. It could do whatever it wants to do, honestly. Could we see a pullback to the 1 hour fair value gap NQ? Could. But like, I feel like by then, if this closed below this, if we're coming all the way back up here, like this should, it's not really be good for the shorts. High of the week and then question mark, question mark. NQ and ES look totally different, so it could literally be whatever. Like, high of the week for ES is here. Like we could literally, like, and they look kind of equal, honestly. Equal highs. Pretty equal. NQ, I think Thursday will be better. Or maybe not, because it's rollover. Right, we can framing it on the long side. You got your SMT here. ES didn't take this low. It's ugly. But since it's in like a 5-minute, I mean, it's in an hourly PD array. Best to just wait for a 5-minute structure shift. It's the high. If you're thinking long, yes. And then there should be a fair value gap somewhere there, but it's just super tough. This DXY can be framed both ways. Indices are all out of sync. I keep repeating this, but like, yeah. At least I didn't continue to get chopped. Rahul, I don't know what you're speaking about. Should you take the trade if there's equal lows below? Normally no. But like if there's an SMT somewhere with another pair, maybe. Or like reduce the risk. We got a visit from the risk manager today. He just hopped in here. Yeah, to me it looks like NQ, it's not following through with the downside, right? It didn't displace below this low. SMT here. I mean, you're better off just keep going long, yes, than NQ. What? Just a push up though. Just a straight push up. not really anything. Like, this is the inversion. So, back to the middle of this range here. You were asking to see the cat. I just picked him up. Can you hear him? Someone's saying chase it. You can chase it on eval. You guys, should we do the chat trades? Right here. There you go. Purr. So, did you hear him purr? That pretty much like tells me when my cat comes here, and jumps into my lap and wants attention, pretty much means like I've overstayed the trading session because he's clingy, because I've been neglecting him. Purr once for long, twice for short. $11.50 was here. Can you hear him, by the way? I see people in the chat asking for bias. Brand says, come on, lads. Today's PA is just not it. I know. No, you can't hear him? Can you hear him now? I put the mic lower. He's purring, he's not snoring. That's the real ASMR on this channel. I mean, yeah, I don't have any type of, I don't have a bias right now. I can frame both ways on DXY and ES, and you know, NQ does look weaker, but it's been pretty sloppy. If you look, the hourly has just been these huge wicks and small body candles, just shows that it's not easy. And same on ES. For sure. I'm sure that this hourly looks like crap. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any type of bias. I'm probably not even going to trade. I mean, you have high impact news at 101. So you can see, but honestly right now I think I'll just take the L and like a small L on the day and just make it up later in the week or next week, because I feel like today is just not the day to put high risk on. Yeah, that's my 12. Oh shit. Now you guys see what I have at 12 o'clock. I installed a software to literally close out TradingView and NinjaTrader from 12 to 2, because for me to take a break and not trade. So, guess that's the end of the stream. Someone said, holy cow, it's terrifying. What's the software? It's like called Cold Turkey. Yeah. So like if I try to open up TradingView again, it's just gonna automatically close it if you see that. Yesterday I had to literally override it though. Because I had an alert in, and it was the alert that I planned for. But I hope I don't decide to override. Like every other type of system that I've ever gotten for like that, like screen time for my phone, etc. I've always just overrided it. What if you take a trade and didn't put the stop loss yet? I mean, I shouldn't really be taking a trade. That's highly doubtful that at 12 o'clock, like I don't have a stop loss in. So what if I was in a trade? I'd probably just override it. You know, I'd have my stops in though. So yeah. You're always tired. Oh no. I'm sorry, should I be like yelling you guys? I had to buy software for it, Baxter. But anyway. Hope everyone stays safe. It's really not easy action. You know, I'm done trading for today. So stay safe, everyone. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for PPI. Hopefully better action.